Hey, it's Chris here, and today I kind of have to make this video. I made a video back in January of last year criticizing Hart hand tools. Hart, if you don't know, is from Walmart. You can buy them there. So I went through the store, I looked at some of the stuff, and I said, don't buy, and without even tested anything. So I put my money where my mouth is, and I bought these last year, and I've been using these for a little over a year. If you are interested in finding out how these three tools held up, stick around and stay tuned. So like I said, I actually bought some Hart tools. I bought their 10-inch pliers, adjustable pliers. I call them water pump pliers, channel locks. I know they're not channel lock brand. In the video, I actually said I'd rather have channel locks. So I also got the long reach, or I call them needle nose pliers. I call them vice grips. I know. And I got a crescent wrench as well. I think this was the 8-inch crescent wrench. So let's talk about these tools a little bit. This has been over a year that I've been using these, and I wanted to give them a good, honest try. So we're going to talk with this wrench here, this adjustable wrench. Now, I criticized it because of the handle and feeling weak. I will admit this does feel a little bit more sturdier after using it for a while. I mean, it's not going to bend, of course. You see me trying. But the handle itself is just this cutout setup. I don't like it. It hurts my hand. I would have to almost say, if you're going to do something like this, figure out a way to fill in the bottom here, wrap it with some tape or something as a grip. Now, it does have the adjusters right on there. Let's see if I can get it to... There we go. So you have the measurements. I don't know how true those are. I never really paid attention. I can tell you right now, a lot of adjustable pliers close. As you can see, those don't close the whole way. But it felt pretty decent. The pawl, everything, feels pretty decent. The adjuster. I mean, it's a little bit of slop. They all have a little bit of slop. I did okay with it. I'm going to actually put in a clip right now of me using it. Next one I'm talking about is these locking pliers or vice grips. So I criticize the nose, the front of them, because of the fact that they're beefy. They're really meaty. You can see they're really meaty here. In fact, that's a little bit of wire here from the cable tie out that I've done. But they do have a cutter on the bottom. Cutter worked okay, but I did use these. They grip all right. It's the two things is one, you can see whenever you tighten them up, they twist so easy. They're really sloppy. And two is they're just so big, I can't get them into places where in Irwin vice grips you can get into places. These remind me a lot of like a cheap Tractor Supply set, like a Job Smart or something. The bottom, it feels okay. I've never had it break yet, but I have used them, believe it or not. It doesn't really look like it, but I did. So I'll put in here right now a clip of me using it. All right, we have a bolt here. This is for the leg of a couch. And we're going to try these Hart pliers. And the other reason why I'm trying them here is because I want to check the teeth and everything. We already know that these things are not lining up. You can see it right there. Kind of looks like old Alf back in the 80s. But let's get a grip on these, on this bolt. I'm replacing the legs, so I'm not worried about it. Do they hold? It's going. They do grip okay. They do grip okay. You can see they came out. I don't know why that's rusty. I don't know. Couch is old. But to be fair, I was moving this with a pair of channel locks before. But I just, these ends here, that's my biggest problem with these, is these ends. You can't get into a area. The ends are not lining up. They lined up there a little bit, but you can see they're still kicked over. So I think they need a little bit of work. A little bit of work on them. I think they would be all right. A little too much slop there. Brand new. So last but not least, these adjustable pliers. So there's multiple adjustments to them. You can see there's a lot of teeth across there. Then this locks into place. Now, using these, they're okay. I've of course used better. The jaws, you can see up here, they don't feel like they grip as well. I have used them as, I mean, we've used all of these tools, and you've seen some of the videos. So I'm gonna play a video of this really quick of an application of me using it, and we'll bring you right back. So final conclusions after watching all those videos and everything, they're not, I don't want to say they're the worst tools. I've used cheap, just junk tools that you would get at a flea market or something like that, and they don't look the greatest. They don't do the greatest, and they snap easy. Some of the track supply stuff you get, like the Job Smarts, and some of the other off brands like MIT, Michigan Industrial Tool, you know, some of that stuff, like the old, I don't know if a lot of people remember them back in the day. There was a tool company that used to come around to like fire hall stuff called Cummings Tool, or Ram Tools later on, and now I think they're bankrupt now. They used to travel every few months. You would see a tool thing. They sold really cheap stuff, and unfortunately, you know, if you're gonna buy these to use these as a daily thing, I could see this working out for you. These adjustables, they're not bad. I mean, I think that you step up your game a little bit for a Kneepex. I think that'd be a little bit better. These pliers here, I'm not a fan of them. I don't like the end of them. I think that, you know, whenever you can wiggle them like that, whenever there's tension on there, there's a big problem. Plus, those things are girthy and thick. They need to be somehow wound down, and you can see where they barely even touch. So if you're going to grip onto something, you know, you're not going to really be using them as much. If anything, you're going to use the bottom. So, and then last but not least, this thing here is a hand herder. If you're going to be using this wrench, figure out a way to fill this in here. I know that I think they were going cost saving, cost cutting, or smaller, but do that, because I'm going to tell you right now, these rivets on the other end, they're sharp. If you don't watch it, you're going to get cut. You're going to get hurt. So that's just my opinion of something that you can do. Now, I actually carry these 3 tools in a little tool bag in the van. So I've been using them in there. I've been using the pliers and all the pliers and stuff at the house, using them for various different things between working on different like RC cars to automobiles. So I've been using them. They're clean right now just because of the fact that I've been using them on a little bit cleaner stuff to work with. So that's what I got to say about them. Leave it down a comment below if you've had a different experience with it. So we'll catch everybody later. Have a good one. Stay safe out there, and God bless.